What is going on? There we go.
Aha. Checkmate. StreamYard streaming platform. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Rayjet surprise stream. How are you all? Welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, all that good stuff. Welcome to my home, from where it's my Trotec remote location.
Full
Secret
of cool
Trotec underground base. Thank you very much. Thank you for not posting out that I have framed posters, which I think is cool, but some people, not so much. I feel like you guys as artists, though, pretty much understand that that's a cool thing.
I'm not going to talk about that. I'm not going to.
Are you pro framed poster or are you anti-framed poster?
Dude, I think framing posters are better than what I did. Like back when I was 13 years old, I used to glue posters on my wall. So when I moved, it was a disgrace. Yes, I'm not kidding. So I had to rip that off the wall, and some parts of the wall came with the poster. I know. You see, everybody's judging me. So as far as I'm concerned, framing posters is way better.
I mean, no judgment. I did pretty much the same thing, not with glue, but I used like a bunch of like tacks and thumbtacks and made a bunch of holes in my. And then my parents bought me like crappy frames just to be like, we bought you these nice frames. Also, never do that again, please. Like, okay, gotcha. Doug, how are you? I am comfortable. I'm sitting at the edge of my seat, both to keep myself from getting too comfy and also because I'm so excited for this week. George, how are you? Welcome all, one and all. As Lev mentioned in the chat, definitely let us know where you're watching from. A quick
I saw that now, man. Like, what?
A quick hello to my very accomplished co-hosts Miguel and Amy. How are you guys? Miguel, what are you up to?
Finally, I finished. No, I didn't finish. Like, I'm on the process to finish my D&D chess. So that's gonna be quite cool to see.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Amy?
Cool.
Nice.
We're in that like week where we're finishing a project that's really, really nice, but we're going into a thematic month, which is even better, right?
Agreed.
Next month is going to be full of Christmas stuff. I have no idea what exactly, but I do know that before Christmas we're going to do the gingerbread house. So
that was so exciting. Even the internet got excited about it. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the gingerbread houses in particular. I don't know what other sort of special surprises we have planned for next month, but I know that thematic holiday months is going to be like a bigger part of what we're doing going forward. So I think like, look at this wicked Photoshop. Thank you, Lev.
Some cool stickers.
Yeah, absolutely. So I hope you guys will get excited for that. And I hope you'll keep tuning in. Obviously, we'd love to see your comments either live in the chat or on the YouTube videos afterwards. So like Miguel mentioned, this is sort of a cool thing for us as well, because it's the first sort of two-parter we've ever done. So this week is part 2 of a sort of project that we started last week where we're making custom chess sets. So like custom tabletop gaming sort of stuff, and we let both Miguel and Amy set their own themes for the chess sets. So Miguel, as you mentioned, did like a really cool like dragon chess kind of D&D style piece. There is the board ahead of time. You'll notice the beholders on the corners. Yeah, it's really cool.
all me.
Oh man,
this one's all me. So props.
Yeah, you even hand illustrated. If you missed last week, you guys, he hand illustrated the individual sort of like the off tiles there, the ones with the dragons sort of like facing off in the center. That was all done by Miguel by hand.
Let's go.
Except for the engraving, obviously done in the laser, which I mean. And then Amy, how are you, by the way?
I'm doing fine.
Good. I'm glad to hear it.
It's been a busy week, and I did an Alice in Wonderland chess piece. On a chopping board.
The Alice in Wonderland theme, I still think suits your style so much. It turned out beautifully too, considering, again, if you didn't see last week, definitely go back and watch the VOD on YouTube. Amy had never tested the settings on this chopping board, and so she put together this beautiful Alice in Wonderland design. She put in all this time and then just tossed it in the Rayjet, and away she went. So it was a very brave week for both Miguel and Amy. I think this week is going to be really, really cool. You guys are in for a treat. We're going to see them design their pieces for the chessboard.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, you know, before we get too late here, do you guys want to jump right into it? I'm curious to see sort of how you went about. I mean, I know they're thematically going to be similar to the boards themselves, but, you know, I want to know kind of where you picked up from.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm going to start. I'm sorry, Amy. Normally I would let you do it, but I got to run this.
Miguel.
I got to run this eventually, right? So what happened? Oh, jeez. Actually picked up the audio. Let me share my Illustrator screen here.
Before the end of the year, I've got to make like a best of Miguel reel with like the hammer and the what happened and the like. We got to shut the stream down.
Stuff he's broken.
It'll be the opening for to the last stream of the year, right?
Yeah.
Me breaking stuff all the time.
Too powerful for your own good.
Oh no. Okay, so here's my pieces. Here are my pieces. Yeah. So let me flip this thing because they're upside down. So
I see the mind flares and I'm already like very excited.
Yeah, they're already in like hairline, so I can send that to. I was gonna kiss cut that, right? So you can kiss cut with an offset. So it will be a brother, what's it word? Spot size, right? So we feel like engraving, but will be way faster. But I realized that the engraving is a little bit better when it comes to about quality, at least on wood. I didn't try a lot on an acrylic, and I saw that the engraving times are good. So it's not gonna be like last week that we sent one job and we ran through the whole stream, you know. But anyway, I'm gonna change this to black so we can engrave, right? So this is a purple worm. This is gonna be our tower. This is a nightmare. Again, this is me geeking out, right? Me being D&D fan and all this stuff. This is like a devil horse that has flames and stuff like that. Mind Flayer, this is the bishop. This is definitely the knight. Dragon or king, our king. And a banshee, queen, right? That's about it. And we have goblins as the pawns.
Oh, those goblins are so good.
Nice.
Yep.
So wait, did you pull these vectors from a Vecteezy sort of? You drew them?
Yeah, I made all of them. So for those who didn't watch the stream, like 4 months ago when we did the live reflection tool, some of those are completely reflected, right? They're symmetric.
Yeah.
So the dragon, the banshee, the mind flayer, they're all reflected. Let me see if there's anything else. No, all of the others I had to go like freehand. But the reflection ones, I'm gonna create a new file so you guys can see. Because last time I didn't have a lot to show since I actually did that with pen tool. Right? Yeah. Sure.
Sorry.
Just so impressive. You did it with the pen tool.
Someone's hit the door.
Don't worry, I've got one of those too. So you might hear the occasional any dog barking you hear is.
I apologize.
No, it'll be on my end too. Don't worry.
I'm running with this and the adventure because we know that like there's a spike in like 20 minutes. People will start coming, so I'll probably have to explain that again. But anyway, so I created a line that goes across the artboard, right? And then a line to the center and to the center again, right? Vertical and horizontal. Then I open the layers and select this small circle here. I don't know if you guys can see right next to the layers. And you're selecting the entire layer, right? And then you click in effects. So FX here, choose an effect, go to distort and transform. And then you reflect X-axis, one copy, okay. And that's it. And then you lock this object and make it disappear. Now it's already reflecting, but just in case, so you have a better reference of what you're doing, I go to view, rulers, show rulers, I click a ruler, drag, align to the vertical center, and that's it, right? I have my ruler here, and everything that I draw is gonna be reflected. Come on, I gotta put an actual brush. So that's how I did everything. No? I didn't do it with the brush tool. I actually did that with a pen tool, and I went corner by corner, you know, anchor point by anchor point. It took a while, but this is how I did it. So it's going to be reflected. And when you want that to be, usable, you go back to layers, you unlock the layer, put a back to visualization, and you select everything. You select the ruler, go to object, expand appearance, and that's it. Right? You can use everything. So this is a speed run of how I did what I did, basically. Okay?
Wow, I still love that effect, man.
So this is how bad became this. And
Can so this is a question a bit to the both of you, but like Miguel specifically, because we have your designs up right now. Were you at all concerned about the width of each piece, just based on like the width of the size of the actual like board square itself versus that dragon, like for example, because he looks quite wide, like left to right.
So this is what I'm gonna do here. All right. The squares, each square, if I'm not mistaken, let me see. Where's my board? Yeah, it's 1.5 inch wide by 1.5 inch tall. Right. So as far as I'm concerned, the base can be this big, and each piece can be this big. However, since the bishop and the queen are rather slim, I can have a little bit more space for the dragon. So I'm gonna make him a little bit thicker, thick boy. So, yeah.
You know that they move around the board though during the game, right?
Sure, but I'm not gonna really play that,
Oh man, I was getting ready to play Dragon Chess. I was so excited.
Well, so here's the thing: if you actually want to do something crazy like that, like with custom pieces and like that, I think you should make a bigger board. I made one that. What's the size of my board? God. Yeah, 14.5 by 14.5. Right? It should be, if I'm not mistaken, official chessboard is 20 inches by 20 inches or something like that. And it has like a 2 inches separation between all of them. Right? So yeah, if you want something like that, you have to make it thicker and bigger. Right? So mine is a little bit smaller than the normal, and that's why I'm not gonna be playing that. So one question that I have for you guys, I don't know if you guys can answer me. It could be you, Amy, and Don, or anybody in the chat. What I'm gonna do with, because I had I tested with acrylic and I tested with wood. Right. So which one do you think is gonna look better? This is a darker wood, and this is a darker wood, and this is acrylic.
I mean, Amy, you go first. Which one do you prefer personally?
I'd say left.
The acrylic?
My left, or the camera left?
The camera left, sorry.
So the acrylic?
Yeah, I like the acrylic. It's got something about it.
I actually personally am going to say the wood, but only just for legibility's sake. So maybe chat will have to break the...
Thank you, guys. Yes, you helped me a lot. That was so helpful. You know what? I don't know what could I do without you guys.
Let me ask you this. So did you already design the pieces that go on the other side, the hero side?
Kind of, yes. But I doubt that we're going to have enough time to do them.
Oh, no, that's okay.
I'm going to open.
Just in terms of like the test cuts that you did, though, was there any difference even in like processing time?
So in the hero side is like...
cool.
Oh, that's cool.
So sick.
I didn't do the knights. I was going to do like a dragon knight or something like that. But I was like, well, if the other side has a dragon as a king, I cannot have a dragon knight on my side, So I'm still thinking about what I'm going to do for the hero side.
I don't know, man. Like, I trust you. All this stuff is so cool. The fact that you use a creature called the Nightmare to be your knight is, I'm already like, that's chef's kiss. That's really good. Just really quickly, Johnny, we would be so happy to have you back next week. No worries. We are excited to have you anytime.
Johnny. Which one?
Johnny Green. Oh, yeah.
Get Johnny to decide.
Johnny, listen, no hard feelings either way. They're both good options, my man.
Yeah, don't tell him who's go. Which one, John?
Hopefully he's still there. Listen, Johnny's a really busy guy. You know
30 seconds. Acrylic or wood? Anybody? 30 seconds. Because I got to start doing this.
Here's what I will say. I think the acrylic is actually probably cooler just because the board is made of wood. So like doing
it makes it
something
stand
in
out.
you know what I mean? Like doing something in acrylic to set it apart from the board is kind of a cool application thing. I'm very much willing to concede my vote to acrylic and say that acrylic is really cool.
Okay, so acrylic it is. Wood.
Oh,
Ooh, we got wood. Okay, so you know what? Wood it is. Whatever.
you know what? We'll make a special point of some acrylic stuff in Christmas month, I think. Especially with all the cool like bright colored stuff that I know is going to be coming down the line. On top of, and I just want to say this again because I'm so excited about it. Gingerbread House Week. Guys, Gingerbread House Week. The fact that I get to have gingerbread houses at my work all day long.
Not houses. House. Do not, Go slow on that, cowboy.
Listen, I have big plans for Gingerbread House Week.
Good.
Okay.
I've got family members intruding.
That's fine. Hello.
Hi, Amy's family member.
Hello.
She wants to see with the acrylic or the wood.
Okay, let me go back
Throw it
here.
up. Hold on.
Have more revolters.
I like the wood. You traitor.
There we go.
What it is.
What it is.
That's a done deal.
Fine.
Okay.
Thank you, Amy's
So
family. Okay.
before I send to come on, just so you guys see what I'm gonna do here. All right. The reason why I flip those goblins is because it's way faster to engrave like this, right? In a horizontal position, because the laser moves from left to right to left. So, and then it steps down or up when it's engraving. So that's what I'm doing, right? I'm gonna add a bigger stroke, smaller stroke. 0.75 is good, and I'm gonna object expand, fill and stroke. Everything is expanded, and I'm gonna merge everything. It's good, and now I'm gonna offset everything. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna delete all those. I'm gonna offset one, and then copy them again.
So when you say you're going to offset them, you mean like their literal position on the bed?
No. Offset path. I'm gonna add a contour to them.
Very, very cool.
So 6. Yeah, it's good. Unite. Control Shift lower bracket. Change that to a cut line. And that should be it. However, we need the base, right? So this is the tricky part. I don't know how Amy's gonna do her part. I'm gonna do with the inlaid base, right? So this case, I have to add something like this. But I'm gonna go back to Amy Hill now, so she can do her stuff and show you guys, because this is the boring part. This is the part that you have to get a caliper, measure, to make sure that it has the right thickness, and then cut it out.
We've actually shown this a few times in previous videos. If you guys are curious about learning about inlays, we've got some really good streams to cover that. But really quickly, Miguel, before you go, I want to ask you a quick question.
Okay.
We had a laser hack that we posted up this week where we talked about using cut lines out of focus to get like wider engraving, but to do it much more quickly. Did you say you were using sort of a version of that technique today to do the engraving of your pieces, where you're kind of using cut lines out of focus?
Not anymore. No, I was gonna do that, but I didn't enjoy the result. It was not what I wanted to. Right? I want something. I want something thicker. I mean, that technique is good if you have a a type of thing in mind, right? Because the spot size cannot go that broader. There's a limit to how wide the spot size is gonna go. So I decided to go engraving that.
Okay. Listen, we'll leave you to it. Amy.
Okay. Go, Amy.
Hello.
I will say in advance, because I can sort of see I get some like sneaks behind the curtain here. I can see like some of the stuff that Amy or Miguel has on their screen when you guys unfortunately can't see it. And I saw this Cheshire Cat like coming up ahead of time. I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited for this Cheshire Cat to make an appearance. I absolutely love this man and his like very just stupid energy. It just makes me so happy. Lev is still after his caterpillar.
I'll find a caterpillar. Don't worry, Lev.
So are you following sort of a similar sort of assembly like mentality to Miguel? What's sort of your plan in terms of the pieces? Because I gotta say, like, I knew a little bit about where Miguel was headed, but I don't know anything about what you have planned.
Oh, so is Miguel's doing flat, or is he doing his like standing up?
He's doing them standing up on little bases, I think, like little Warhammer figures, kind of.
Oh, cool. So same then. See, I've done little things in advance, like little cupcake.
Nice.
Yeah.
What?
And they've got like little bases on them with little gems on them.
That's so cool.
The bases have gems as well, or not just the...
No, the bases are just MDF.
Those are so cool. So you constructed... So we were showing kind of some examples last week in the stream. So you constructed the base using like an intersecting like T shape and then just plunked the cupcake shape.
Yeah, you just slot them together. It's like half a circle both, and then you just put like little slits in them, and then you can slot them together. Very
cool.
Like dove joints.
Please tell me that your pawns are going to be cupcakes.
Oh, yes.
Excellent.
One of them. I think that's meant to be the bishop.
I feel like there's just something about this drawing right now that's like, I mean, he's a little bit nightmare fuel. I feel like he's kind of spooky.
That's Alice in Wonderland, isn't it?
That's true. That's true. This character in particular, though, in as much as like he can go invisible and like all you can see is his smile, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I watched this movie.
Yeah. What does he say in it? He says...
the only line I remember is there's the rabbit who's always like late.
Yeah.
The rabbit who's late for a very important date. We have the caterpillar who's like, you know, ripping cotton. I don't know what the caterpillar says. He's just absolutely just going to town on his jewel. And then this cat, though, I do remember being very freaky when I was a kid. Lev keeps popping up the comment asking who the caterpillar is going to be. Do you have a particular spot on the board pick for the caterpillar?
I'll find it. Don't worry, Lev.
I've
been not through this live stream at the end, maybe.
Yes, we'll take good care of you, Lev. Don't worry. You do very important, very good work.
I've not forgotten my promise.
So I'm excited because we'll get to see how you assemble this. These semicircles, I assume, are going to be, as you were talking about, the sort of base that you use to hold the piece up.
Yeah.
Do you have to make any accommodations on each one, like depending on the shape or design of the actual piece itself, like for the slot that's going to exist in the base? Or
no, the design's just going to like sit on top of it. Yeah, just weld it together with the selection tool. So just make it a bit smaller. Should be able to sit on top of there. Just like the cupcake. Where is it gone now? There it is. Just something like that. I don't know how to explain it.
No, I'm excited to see it. I think getting to see it made will actually be the best explanation.
Yeah.
And I mean this in the most respectful like place in my heart. Cupcakes as pawns may be the most Amy Hill chess decision that has ever been made. It's so like thematically appropriate. I'm so pleased. It feels like you actually had a really tough job, both of you, considering I know D&D, I mean, even just from the little bit that I know of it, has a lot of like iconic creatures. And then also obviously Alice in Wonderland, especially after the Disney film, has a lot of sort of iconic portrayals of its characters. So trying to choose, you know, what you were going to use for each piece. I feel like, Miguel, having seen your setup, I really feel like you've done an awesome job. I'm excited to see Amy's board come together. I have to ask you the same question I asked him, though, Amy. Like, have you given any thought to the width of the characters versus like the width of the squares on your board? Because
Well, both squares on the board are about 2 centimeters apart, like the blocks. Yeah.
Okay.
So I've got to make sure this stays in that 2 centimeters.
well, yeah, because as long as the base is going to fit, then chances are
Yeah,
you'll
because
be
if you get if they're too big, they're going to be hard to place onto the board.
true.
Actually, this is pretty cool.
The base is
Yeah, the base is like that. I kind of want to do that.
that's why I was so impressed by it, because I was like, oh yeah, that makes so much more sense than having to do like multiple versions of the character, like being the upright interlocking piece, because it's like it just makes the character so much more readable, right?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
I actually do want to do something like that. But Lev is like, no, don't do that. Don't have enough time. Didn't prepare.
We'll reuse that for another. We'll reuse
Sure.
that for a future.
Chantanor. Hey man, how are you doing?
I'm still holding you to that, Thomas. By the way, Enchanteur. We would love to have you on one of these streams with us in the coming weeks, either next month for Christmas month, or if you guys haven't seen the Laser Jam with Enchanteur, he does beautiful, beautiful work in wood, and he is one of the, I think, one of the standout laser jams that we've done in terms of like his work is not like anybody else's that I've seen, particularly for people working in wood.
Wait, is that Thomas? I see.
That is
It
indeed.
is Thomas. Bonjour, Thomas.
In December, gladly. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I'm blurring. Oh no. Hey, okay, I can see all these goblets happening. That's a great sentence. I've never gotten to say that before. Just out of curiosity, so Miguel, you mentioned that it was faster to do these from left to right, and I know you're right. I'm going to interrupt you just as you're in like the most pivotal time of taking your goblins out of the laser, which I specifically said because I wanted to say that sentence. I'm curious if you could just quickly explain to people why that is.
This is not a treadmill. I think so. What? Wait, that
is that
what?
veneer or solid?
I don't know. It's a little bit thicker than 3, but some of them cut, some of them didn't. I'm actually popping up. Let me check here because I think I did a. No, it's actually good.
What? Congratulations! Father since last Wednesday.
Yo, wow! Congratulations, Thomas.
Congratulations, man. That's awesome. Wow.
Let me pop.
So many cool people doing this job. We're so fortunate, guys. Hold on. I'm going to try and... A scary goblin.
Yep. I'm popping this out.
That's
yeah,
really cool, Miguel.
I think this is 4 mil, and I cut with the 3 mil power, so I have to pop up.
I just feel like that's a testament to the Rayjet being really good.
That's true.
3 mil settings, cutting your 4 mil solid wood.
To be honest, I was cutting 6 mil on the Rayjet without like much of an issue. You know?
Wow.
So don't quote me on that because I know people are gonna try that with like 2% speed.
Before you guys do that, you get a hold of Miguel and you do some training with him, and he will teach you his secret techniques to do 6 millimeters on a Rayjet. Miguel's right though. I mean, the Rayjet has like
my clocks call me the new Jedi.
He does?
Yeah, I know that. I was doing like this face. I was like, no. You're not gonna allow me in the Jedi class of lasers? What are you talking about? I deserve it.
I feel like
you're
embracing the dark side right now by shouting you deserve it. This seems like a very Anakin moment for you.
Exactly. He's not getting the reference.
Let's shouting, I've got the high ground.
Yeah. No.
Okay, so yeah, all the little pieces here, did you engrave it with the hackable vector engraving? I tried that, but I thought it was too thin. Right? I wanted like a put in my food. It's all layout. I want a thicker engraving. So there's a limit about that hack, right? Like depending on what you're trying to achieve. If I want something that was just a line, a thicker line, that would be pretty pretty good because the times and I tried that, this took like 2 minutes to engrave, right, the whole row, but for each piece was taking 13 seconds to do with the laser hack. So if that was what I wanted to do, it would be way faster, like way faster.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and the Rayjet has a 1.5 inch lens, so I couldn't change that in time. So,
well, not to mention too that I think like you point out a really good point, which is if you're going to be doing engraving out of focus, it does let you do some really, really cool things, or cutting out of focus, but you have to be really careful that you don't pull it too far out of focus because you start to get blur, and you know, the fidelity of your engraving or your cutting is going to kind of go down, right?
Yeah. So now I'm gonna test my knowledge about this laser again. I'm gonna send a
Big sigh.
yeah, every time, man. Every time,
Dude, listen, I have full faith in you. You got
Yeah.
this.
Is Miguel doing if I must?
Yeah, one does not simply put material in the Rayjet.
Yes.
I feel like you know, you pull this off and you should be the night piece on the other side of your board with the heroes.
oh god, talking about pulling it off. Jeez. Yeah, let me.
I'm gonna pop over to Amy and let me go work.
Yeah,
on this for a
exactly. Please do.
minute. Do you have any other? So the Cheshire Cat, obviously, very instrumental, very, very good choice. I know that you used you were talking about the tool that you used to bind it to the base piece that you made.
That's right, yeah. I use this tool over here. It's just underneath the crop tool. Visual segment delete.
Nice. I'm learning so much about Corel from watching you do this. You have no idea.
So if I just take away like the design of it, it just leaves this, which is just the hairline, which is going to cut round. And then it's going to slap together.
Show that outline to people and be like, who's that Pokemon? So you're just doing solid black engraving and then red cut line.
That's right, yeah.
Beautiful. So
and then I was going to paint. Oh, sorry, you go ahead.
No, please, yeah, you.
Oh no, and just to like differentiate like whose characters are who, you're going to like paint the red and like black to see who's who.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
Could you just engrave the bases?
Oh yeah, you could do it that way. That would save more time.
Okay, let's.
You're the Gandalf or Dumbledore of the Rayjet, Miguel says Enchanté Noir.
So I'm basically the Ian McKellen. Yeah.
The Ian McKellen of Rayjet. The only problem with this image is there's nobody saying, "Can you please do it for free? It'll be good for your portfolio." It's the only thing that's missing.
Yeah, don't let the kids see that.
Yeah. You shall not pass, Miguel.
Oh, I will, bro. I will. It was so close, but actually broken in half. So I'm gonna do it again.
Broke what in half?
The base.
Oh, dang. That's all right. Trial and error, man. Trial and error is the name of all this stuff.
To be honest, the first time that I did this, I had to try and error like 5 times or so. This time it's only gonna be 2. So
perfect.
It's a victory in itself.
Because you've got lots of time. So much time is the thing about it.
TikTok and go. Actually, no. I actually do have time today, so don't. I'm fine.
Don't look at me. Again, I believe in you. I believe in you. You have my axe, etc.
Yeah. I have time.
Dude, that is your Christopher Lee.
Yeah.
You think he's on your team, but in the end, it turns out he's here to betray you.
way too much, like Lord of the Rings. Jesus Christ.
You're already making D&D chess, so at this point, like we're already well into the nerd thing. I think it's fine. We can just lean into it, my friend.
I broke it again. I broke it again.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so because see, here's the thing. Why I thought the thing that Amy did was so good is because you don't have to mallet it. And normally I do this so I can mallet it in, but I think I will have to. Okay, I can add a little bit.
Maybe this week,
There won't be any mallets. Yeah, I hope so.
I mean, for the record, for anybody who's only like just tuning in, Miguel is doing his bases like inlaid, where he has to perfectly measure the kerf and then make sure that it fits exactly into the base. So once it works, it's going to work beautifully. But I will say that, the design that Amy's done does have a certain, ease of use to it that is quite nice.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, it wouldn't.
No.
What? What's up? Told him to test it. He said, "Oh, I already know the link." Yes, I do. I mean, the inlay numbers are correct. It's just that the base itself is too small, so the corners are not that thick, so they break down. I didn't account to that, so it happens,
I know it looks like I'm working from home, but I took a picture of the Trotec offices just now. It's Lev on the left, you see.
That's amazing.
True. Truer words have never been spoken. I mean, okay.
You know what, though? I like it because it just reminds everyone that, A, it's all live. We're figuring it all out as we go. And then B, I like that you guys are each actually doing it slightly differently. I know that Miguel's is, got some extra sort of technicalities to it, whereas Amy's is like sort of a beautiful combination of... Oh, no. Don't distract them. Keep going, you two.
Come on, man. A mallet here would help a lot, but I cannot mallet this in, right?
That looks like it fits pretty beautifully, though.
It has been fitting for a while, but I'm trying to make this get in for good, because it has a gap here. Without having to mallet that because it's too small. So you're going to break, man. Like, you're way stronger than I am. So you're just going to pop that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do it again. One more time.
A little bit further away there, Lev, if you can. Yeah, there he is. I don't know. I still think that works, man. I still think that works. I mean, I know it's a little bit raised up, but, it'll still stand.
Not for the cloud, man. Not for the cloud.
No, that's true.
You gotta be, Gucci. I know.
I mean, the other thing we could do is at some point in the future, if we ever did this again, is like we saw on some of the examples we saw last week, we could just cut some slots into the board itself, right? And then slot each piece in kind of as it moves around.
Now it's going to work, man. Believe.
Thomas, by the way, and my beam is so funny. That's really good. I want to acknowledge that especially because that is a very, very good comment. I feel like because we're streaming on Twitch, we don't use near enough Twitch vernacular. I feel like I should call something poggers, but it feels very strange to do so. Okay. Oh, yes. Hold on. I want to pop him up. He's gorgeous. So good. I think you're muted. Amy. Hold on. Yes.
I mean, the camera is not.
Hold on. That goblin is wicked. I want to go back to Amy's, though. I want to see her put together. Hold on. Now. Yes. Go for it.
So it's two different pieces.
Ta-da!
There we go. Ta-da!
So you guys know. I mean, there's so many different ways that you can do this. Amy, that looks so good.
Sorry, Amy, please.
Thank you.
I need to see that.
Oh.
That's pretty cool.
There you go.
Phase, man.
I like the fact too that because he's cut from all one piece of wood, you could very easily create a carrying case for Amy's entire set. You know what I mean? Because the bases unhook really easily. You could just cut out the same outlines that she's already made to make the pieces into let's say laser foam that we might sell, let's say at our web store. And then you could just pop it all into a very beautiful carrying case. Yours, Miguel, are really gorgeous as well, but obviously they're kind of in there permanently. You don't want to have to be trying to pull them out from the base and then putting them back in every single time.
Yeah. There's always a but. I'm doing something right.
Amy is Amy's is like chess on the go, whereas yours is like an installation art piece, you know?
Okay. Now it's time to do everything else. I told you guys this is gonna be quite fast, so bear with me.
Do they still need their bases?
Yeah, each one of them need a base, and I'm actually gonna do custom bases. So
what?
Yeah. So you know which one is which, right? Like, I mean, you gotta know which one's the king, the queen, and the bishop. I know that they're very, I don't know, self-explanatory.
You're giving them like big, like beautiful silhouettes, but hey, man, I'm not gonna stop you if you can do custom bases. That's really cool.
Yeah. So, I don't know if they do have a good height, don't they? Good height and thickness, I think so. Yeah, I think they're good. So I'm gonna start by the king, right?
Of course.
So this guy here.
This dragon is awesome, and I really like your illustration, but I have to say there's something about the way you've drawn him with these like little stubby legs that I think is also quite cute. There's something about him that I just like really like.
Stubby legs.
Yeah, he has just kind of like little itty bitty legs. I mean, he's huge, but his legs are shorter than his head. So Enchantelneur has a suggestion for you. Perhaps if we...
Okay.
So I'll read it to you so you don't have to... Miguel, I suggest 2 layers for the base.
Okay.
So one for the bottom, that's a plain wood. And then the top layer has a hole in the center where you place the vertical figurine.
What?
So I think he's doing like, you know how when you did inlays on acrylic, you would put like a piece of trolleys on the back so it would all have something to stick to?
Yeah.
I think he's suggesting something like that, where it's like you inlay the figurine into a piece of wood and then stick that to another piece of wood so that it doesn't have to, you know what I mean?
It would be easier. It would be absolutely easier. I agree with you, man, but you know how I am.
That little laugh. Ambitious to the end.
Okay.
Not so fine. You still got lots of time.
So one is done.
Actually, even that's a pretty cool idea, Lev. Yeah, like he could do custom bases using acrylic. Can we just point out that it's like very funny to like on the one hand have Lev be posting up comments that are like TikTok Miguel, and then at the same time he's like, oh, and you know what else would be cool that you could do is like clear acrylic bases.
Living the life, man. Living the life.
I have to admit though, like I agree with him. It is like really cool. Yeah, he can do that after. Do it for the gram.
This is literally how I felt when I was the host. You know, no pressure, only having fun, telling you what to do. That was amazing, man.
Shots fired. Not to worry. I think Lev's TikTok Miguel. I think Lev's secret Santa gift to you is going to be that he should take your seat for a week. I really think during Christmas week or Christmas month he should take your spot.
Thinking about the street as we speak. You see, it's pretty fast.
This is really cool, you guys. Okay, so I have to ask, and you don't have to have an answer for me, off the top of your head, but just in case there's anything that pops up, if you had to do this project again, is there anything that you would change about your designs now that we're kind of like coming to the end of it? As like our first 2-week challenge, I'm curious to know like what you guys might do differently next time. I mean, obviously, Amy, I know you probably wouldn't have chosen to do it on a chopping block, say for example, had you had the option to just get materials normally, but that's not, that's not your fault. Lev throws down the gauntlet of doing an 80s pet coaster for his stream. You know what?
Yes.
Do it. I dare you. I double dare you.
So this Friday. All right, let's see. But yeah, sorry, back to this question. So if you guys had this to do again, would you change anything about, not necessarily specifically your designs, but even just about the approach that you used for doing it?
To be honest, not really. The only thing that I would change is I should have done the base first. That's it.
The base first for your pieces.
But yeah, the thing that I'm doing right now, because it's like 10 minutes off the stream that I'm taking to do this, you know? So I would have done that before. That's it.
It's important that we learn, you know?
But this is basically workflow. Like when we're talking about design, I wouldn't change I wouldn't change anything. I actually like what I did for the first in like months. Been a while since I I did something that I'm like, oh man, this looks cool. Mm-hmm.
I disagree, but
I took my time to do this. I took my sweet time.
I need you guys to know again, and we mentioned this a little bit too much probably, but like, I don't know, I'm excited about it. Miguel has some secret projects that he's been working on that are coming closer and closer to being finished. He's in kind of like the final stretch right now, I'm pretty sure. He's been working very hard to deliver you guys something really cool. So, we want you guys to please keep an eye out on all of our social medias and our e-blasts and stuff that are going to be going out, because I know there's going to be some cool announcements coming from Trotec Canada really soon. I think you guys would be very happy with what we got on the go. Is this the Mad Hatter's hat, Amy?
It is, yeah. The 10 shillings and 6 pence.
Is that what that is?
It is, yeah. Do you know why he calls the Mad Hatter?
No.
Like the history behind it.
No, please.
This is the glue,
It's
right?
because it was the mercury they used in the glow.
What? Really?
Yeah, and it used to, well, they didn't go like crazy, but they used to have massive mood swings.
What?
So that's how like it got its name.
Oh, that's so cool. I didn't know that.
That's so cool, yeah.
I mean, it's a cool piece of history. Yeah, it's
not cool
so
for
that
them,
people
but yeah,
ingested
it's cool to know
mercury into their skin.
where it comes from.
But
So cool.
just a quick PSA about not cutting mercury hat glue in your laser.
Okay, I'm not gonna use this now.
So, really quickly, while these guys are very, very busy, I am going to quickly steal the screen here. I wanted to show you guys something very cool that I'm excited about. I will share my screen. Dun, 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 dun. So, you guys know this website already. For customers here in Canada, this is our engraving-supplies.ca materials website. We have some new stuff, and I hope you'll stay tuned. I should say, I hope you should stay tuned this week. We have some cool stuff coming up for Black Friday that I think will be very, very exciting. So I hope you guys are subscribed for our emails. But regardless, I want to take a quick minute to point out two things. First and foremost, most of the material that you see Amy and Miguel using today is here in our wood section. We have a lot of cool stuff, including the Trocraft Eco, I think is particularly really cool. Made from all recycled materials, comes in 3 different thicknesses, all this good stuff. Miguel, I think, is using the veneer. He might be using the solid. I should ask him, but either way, I know he's using the walnut color, and it is really, really nice, as you can see. Lev mentioned also using some clear acrylic for the bases. If you want to find some, that was weird. If you want to find some clear acrylic, it'd probably be over here in our color gloss. You can use something like the transparent ice blue. You can use something like the Troglass clear. I got a lot of cool options for you, but the thing I really want to direct you guys to is a brand new addition to the site that I think is really, really cool. Down here, you'll see this little banner for the Trotec Academy. If you click here, it'll take you to the page where you can set up training with Miguel through the web store. This is brand new, and at the moment it's only available to customers in Canada. But I wanted to point this out because you guys get to see every single week how talented Miguel is on the laser, and quite frankly, I know that using a laser, just in my very limited experience, is very difficult. The fact of the matter is, like, Amy and Miguel are very good examples of, different workflows and different ways of approaching the laser, but there is no one way to do something. So I really recommend, if you get a chance to do some training with us, it's not particularly expensive. It's perfectly, completely customizable to whatever it is that you want to learn. But more than that, I want to have an opportunity for people to spend more time with Miguel and get a chance to learn from his knowledge. Because every week I irritate the heck out of him with all my silly questions and all my goofs. I feel like perhaps sometimes, you guys miss out on some of the education that Amy and Miguel could be offering. So I made sure that was up and on our web store. I wanted you guys to have the opportunity to book training with Miguel, all for yourselves. Trust me, he really, really knows his stuff. And on top of that, he's just a cool guy, as you know. All right, he's got his headphones back on. Now we can go back to giving him a hard time. Hey, how's it going?
Doing well.
Good.
I think I'm gonna do a second pass on the engraving, just so it's kind of darker. But so far so good.
Okay, cool.
And it's quite fast, to be honest. I thought it was gonna be way, way slower than that. The engraving is super fast. So,
Thomas, you can answer your question. I could reveal some secrets, things that might be coming soon. Thomas is in another part of the world, so sometimes our materials get launched at different speeds. Thomas might know about some secret things that are coming soon in Canada that aren't yet available. But just so you guys know, we have some cool leather technology that's going to be coming up really, really soon. I think I might have some pictures of it that I could share with you guys. Let's see here.
Don, there's actually a video. I'll pop it on the screen.
Oh, perfect. Okay, yeah. I wasn't sure if anybody had launched. I knew that Europe had the product launched already.
Yeah, Europe has it already. So if you guys in the chat are on, if you guys want it in Canada, let us know. We definitely want to hear it.
100%. I'm bringing it in. We've had a bunch of people who have asked about it already, and I'm excited that you guys are excited. I think it's a really, really cool product. Not to mention that it's our first sort of official leather or leather-like product that we've ever offered. So if you guys really like this, then definitely let us know, and it's something that we can kind of look towards. Maybe bringing in some more stuff kind of like it. I don't know if maybe I don't know if Lev can find that video. But I know. Okay. Thank you, Thomas. Richard from Port Dover also. Hello, hello, hello. Thanks for tuning in.
Skip. I gotta clean the exhaust. Yeah. Oh, you're showing Ruby.
It's the laser leather, my guy.
Laser leather.
Yeah. So it's a leather-like, 5 different colors. Her bag, obviously that keychain, the feather you saw earlier, all done. There you go. There's some good examples. Do you maybe want to pause it on that screen there really quick, Lev, if you can, just so we can show. I just want to talk about. Yes. So as you can see there, the reason I get you to pause it is because all of these products that you see, the leather is very much like a lamicoid in that it has 2 layers. So there'll be a top color of the leather. In the top there's the red one that turns silver. The bottom here is the brown or kind of caramel color that turns black. The black that turns blue there. So anything you engrave into the leather kind of reveals that underlayer color. It's a really cool product, and I've never seen anything kind of like it before. The sheets are, I believe they're 20 by 30. I'd have to double check for you, but obviously we'll have all the information for you when we launch it in Canada, but it's packs of 5. And I think we have 5 different colors. So yeah, it's going to be a really cool product. I hope you guys will check it out. Thomas, what would you do with leather if we sent you some? What would be like your go-to project? Because I might challenge these guys to use some if we can get it in pretty soon. I would love to see Amy and Miguel like try and do a challenge with leather. You can ask your question, Thomas. That's totally fine with me if you like. Oh, dude, don't worry about it. I've talked about it so often. No spoiled surprises. Don't you even worry.
Miguel and Thomas is very talented. You need to check them out on Instagram. Especially Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
Saying you need to check Thomas out on Instagram. He's like super talented.
He is very talented.
I saw some of his stuff. I quite like his process, right? His design process is really meticulous. And
100%.
yeah, man, I like it.
The fact that
I wish it
Thomas
was
does a
like
lot of it by like a lot of it begins with illustrations, as I recall. Yeah, you can see some of them there. Like that part of it still blows me away.
Got light boxes.
Yep.
Yeah, that's so cool.
This is the thing too. I think Thomas has a great knack for making what seems like a very complex project seem very easy. Do you know what I mean? Like this project is very. It's actually much more technically complex to do than it seems, but at the same time, he just kind of makes it seem like, no problem. Just like, forehand illustrated, scenes, and I've just made them into a box here that holds a light. Like, yeah, easy, no problem, whatever.
He's definitely found his niche.
Yes. The Celtic knots and the beautiful, like, oh, man, we're so fortunate. We have such cool customers. You guys are all so talented. Yeah, that's a good one. I should also say, just in case you guys didn't know, I feel like we must have said it a few times, but anytime you've seen the illustrations for the stream that are done, if you guys don't follow Amy on Instagram, Amy does those illustrations for us, and they're unreal. They're so good. They make me so happy. I'm gonna see if
no, that's okay.
Got one of
I mean, this might be too big, right?
Here.
I did this.
Actually, I should just pull up.
I'm still planning to do a Christmas
definitely
one.
Not gonna finish it now, anyways. So just let them know. Look, just give me a.
I love how inside baseball this stream gets to be. You guys get to see all the cool stuff of working here at Trotec.
You talk about changing stuff. I would definitely change it. I think it's quite small. The sizes of the stuff that I did. Let me put it here. Okay.
Let's have a look, Miguel.
I actually think I'm gonna recut that and post it later. So it's just a little bit bigger. I think it's really, really small. This is what, 1.5 inches tall? Something like that, So
Cool.
I lost a little bit of detail there because I did a test and this one was bigger and had way more detail, than this one. So
the pieces are still really great though, man. Yeah, it'd just be a question of balancing.
Yeah, I gotta make it bigger. I thought about making it smaller so it would fit the base real quick. But yeah.
Banshee Queen came out really cool.
It's just
I love her expression.
Yeah. Ah.
Screaming.
These sizes, man. But yeah. Other than that, everything ran good. So I don't have any issues. This is gonna be posted today for sure. I'm gonna make it bigger right now. I'm just gonna.
Sounds good.
Nice.
Well, listen, we're coming up on the hour. Ooh. Necklaces, candle holders. Agreed. I feel like. Oh, I'm trying to pronounce this. Thanks, Amy. Hey, game recognized game, my friend. Really quickly before we go, I just want to once again show off. If you guys aren't following Amy on Instagram, Miss Chief Pop, MISS Chief Pop.
I recently just did the Alice in Wonderland one. That did really well.
Yeah, loving this bunny.
It was so much fun to do.
I think we all know, like, we knew in advance that I was going to be a big fan, but I just wanted to take some time to it. Obviously, I hope you guys are following Trotec Canada as well. Like you said, Miguel post some really, really cool stuff. We will have some more finished projects more finished photos of our projects this afternoon coming. I think Miguel's going to do some tightening up on his chess pieces so that they're exactly how he wants them to be, and then,
Yeah, because this is going to be on in front of our office. Yes. Yeah. So seriously, first thing people are gonna do when they walk in the office, they're gonna see my D&D chest and they'll be like, "Why do you guys hire nerds here?" So, yeah, I gotta do this properly.
That's exactly what I want them to think as they walk in.
Do they just walk past and go, "Nerds"?
Nerds.
Yeah.
That's all right by me, man. That's all right by me. I'm okay with that. If I'm with
Yeah,
somebody
me
who
too.
recognizes that it's D&D chess, I know I'm amongst my people.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, though, Amy, can we get one more look at maybe the Cheshire Cat and the cupcake? Because I know you're going to do
Cheshire
cool
Cat?
stuff. The
Yeah. Cheshire Cat.
cupcake.
Where's the cupcake?
I only
Alright.
have
yeah.
the small
Here we go.
pieces to show.
Cupcake.
Oh god.
The jewels make it.
Wait, the
And-
cupcakes are what? Are the palms?
Ah, the hat.
Yes.
So good.
And the hat.
And the hat.
Sixes.
The hats are what?
The hats, I think. Do you know which piece on the board you want to make the hats?
Oh. See, I think I was like writing down notes and I said king for Mad Hatter. Alice would be like the queen. The rooks would be the cat. Bishop, the rabbit. The knights, the cupcakes. And the pawns, the mushrooms.
So what I'm gonna do with the bases is I'm gonna put the
And don't-
symbol into it. Right? So for instance, instead of a square, it's gonna be like a crown. So you know that you're playing with the king.
That's
and you're
cool.
with the queen. You know? Tower, it's gonna look like a tower. And so. But it's gonna be a square. It's just gonna have a different cut, you know, to
Yeah.
showcase it.
Hey,
What are you
everybody
playing
will
with?
get to see it like soon. Everybody will get to see it.
hmm Also, I realized that I have to
Non-committal.
change and clean the exhaust, the extractor from Rayjet or Quattro because it's smelling like wood. So every now and then you have to do that. When you start to smell the materials that you're cutting and engraving, it means it's time to change the filter, you know, clean your stuff, and it's time to do so.
That's very true. If you smell smoke, as we see here,
Yes.
she won't forget the caterpillar, love.
I
Don't
won't.
worry.
I promise, love. I'll get it done.
He is pretty
See?
good. I didn't remember him being this funny.
He's
All
angry
right, now
with you,
we're just
Amy.
watching Alice in Wonderland.
That's true. Yeah, we're gonna get the MCA by Disney.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I mean, Disney's not very litigious, I don't think.
What?
Sorry, I'm being facetious. Listen, we should let you guys go. I really quickly want to answer Thomas's question. The price, at least in Canada, is for a pack of 5 sheets. I do want to, you know, it might be different in Europe or like in other territories. I know in Canada it's going to be packs of 5 sheets that we're going to sell it as. So, you know, just reach out to your local Trotec. I know that they know you well, and definitely they'll be able to help you out. But so far as I know, yeah, it's sets of 5 sheets. For the dang it, Lev. So it's still playing in the background too. Okay. So just so you guys know, pretty soon, I believe it's going to be next week, will be the first week of Christmas month, right?
Yes.
Yes. So our plan is at the moment to do a month of themed applications. If you guys have any suggestions for things you would like to see, preferably, as we say, holiday themed, you can reach out to the bit.ly link that's there at the bottom of the screen. I don't know why I always point to it, but you know. Oh,
For goodness
listen.
sake.
Gosh darn it.
Stop.
Listen, undermining my authority. Nice 3D effect on the engraving, by the way. Thank you, Thomas. And don't forget, Thomas, that December's coming really quickly. Obviously, you have really important things going on in your personal life, but you let us know when you would like to join us on the stream. I think we're hoping to have Johnny Trotec back next week, which is going to be really, really cool. But yes, if you have any suggestions for Christmas-type applications aside from gingerbread houses, that one is definitely on the docket already. You guys let us know, and we're going to try and pack as much cool content into this month as we possibly can. So from us in the UK and from Canada, we'll say have a great week. Make sure you tune in again next week. Make sure you check it out on YouTube. Any comments, throw them down, and, you know, take care.
See
Take
you,
care,
Space
one and all.
Cowboy.